Welcome back. Today we're doing parts bag number 3 of the Lego Pac-Man arcade game set. If you didn't see part 1, what was built in part 1 is this little assembly here showing Pac-Man and a couple ghosts. And there's a lever that you push on the back here to make the ghosts turn blue when Pac-Man eats a pellet, and then they swap around. Now this isn't being built today, this is just what was built in parts bag number 1 and 2 in part 1 of the video. This is just a bit of flavor for the Pac-Man set. What we're building today, starting with bag number 3, is the actual arcade game console. Let's get to it. Part bag number 3. Looks like we have a light brick here. You can see that. It's actually quite bright. This will be evident what this is for a bit later. All right, here's our base. You can see how big it is. It's not quite square, it's more of a rectangle. Mind you, all squares are rectangles. Pretty boring construction, but this is going to be the base of a vertical arcade game console. Now we start building up. Just looking in the instructions here, and it's telling me to take some parts from bag number 1. Well, I'm sure glad I didn't take the spare parts. If you look at the end of the video for part 1, I had a lot of spare parts because there was some assembly that was temporary to hold the top of the construction I showed at the beginning of this video, to hold that all in place while we were doing the interior gear mechanism. I thought that was all extra pieces, but Lego, being the clever people they are, they actually incorporated some of those pieces from part 1 into this build here. So luckily I've got them off to the side here, and the pieces are this and this. So looks like 2 pieces from bag number 1 is used here, and then the other 2 pieces come from bag number 3. Interesting. See, good thing I didn't recycle these into my miscellaneous parts bin, otherwise I'd have to do some searching for them. Got a little rubber piece here, which is used, not quite as flexible as an elastic band, but it's still got some flexibility to it. And it's got a Technic pin hole in it for this pin to go through, although it's a little tough to push through the rubber. Do my trick of using another brick to square things up. So now that's got some flexibility to whatever is going to be connecting to that. Oh, and we gotta grab another piece from bag 1, little pink capper. This whole thing goes right there. Three of those. And I got to pay attention to where all this goes. Got two small assemblies. So these go on either side of that little rubber piece we put in there. Now, make sure I get this the right way. Did I put this in the right spot? No, I didn't. Oh, Mike. All right, this goes over here. Now this goes right there. So there's got to be something that's going to attach in here to engage the button to make the light brick go. I think I know what's going to go on here. There's got to be some sort of a lever that'll push this rubber piece ever so slightly forward. I'm moving it with my fingers. And then when you let go, since it's rubber, it'll bounce back and disengage the light brick. So we'll see what kind of mechanism goes in there. Okay, this goes back into the main assembly. And contrary to what I thought with this rubber piece in here, I thought the rubber piece might move laterally, but it looks like it'll move vertically and just act as a bit of resistance to this. So this can obviously move in here. And with the ball side down, this goes in, make sure I get this the right way. It goes this way. So that rubber piece, you can just see in there, is stiff enough to hold this up. But if I push this down, it makes the light brick go, and then when I take my finger off, it disengages the light brick. So that's a pretty clever way of doing that. So we put the other side of the case on here. In the right spot. There we go. That's the end of bag number 3. As you can see, it's mostly just the internal startings of the frame for the arcade case with one functional element, which is this light brick here. Everything else is just superstructure. This will become apparent later on, what this is doing here. Not anything too special to see. We got a few, not quite hinges, but there might be something that sits on the back here eventually. At least we have the overall dimensions here now. We can see exactly how big this is going to be. It's not going to get any wider than this. It's just going to get much taller. Thanks for watching this part, and we'll see you in the next video.